What is up, you guys? It's Aisling. Welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see from the title, I am going to be doing a review of the airbrush bronzers from Charlotte Tilbury. I got sent out these in PR and I'm so excited to try them out. They're said to give you the most gorgeous sun-kissed bronze skin. Blend with the airbrush for a natural looking sun-kissed finish. I stupidly didn't blend with the airbrush brush. I used this brush, but that is my favorite bronzing brush. I do have the airbrush brush, which is so gorgeous and it looks like this, but it wouldn't be my preferred bronzer brush. I like this more for like a pressed powder or something, so I will be using this with my Flawless Finish powder instead of the bronzer. I think this brush is gorgeous, but I just prefer this kind of bronzer brush personally myself. These bronzers come in 4 different shades. There's a light, medium, tanned and deep, and they retail for €50. So I have 2 shades here just to compare side by side and show you exactly what I think of the bronzers. I've already applied them onto my skin and I can say that they are really nice bronzers, but I'm going to do the demo for you guys in a mere moment. Also, if you were just purchasing for the packaging, they are gorgeous. The packaging is so pretty. There is the Charlotte Tilbury logo on it. It kind of has like the seashell type packaging, and then it says Charlotte Tilbury on it with the product name on the back and then the shade. Charlotte Tilbury is known for kind of having warmer undertone bronzers, so just beware of that if you are purchasing. I do kind of mention a little bit more about that as I am doing the demo, but just kind of an FYI. I even read a couple of little reviews of this bronzer before I tried it myself, and just a lot of fair skinned or really cool undertoned skinned people had said that it doesn't really go with their skin, just for that reason, because it is warmer. However, I do like a bit of a warm bronzer, especially in the summer months, especially when the sun is hitting you. It's kind of the color that you tend to go, is that kind of like warm, almost like not burnt, but like that warm bronze color you tend to get to your skin. So anyway, guys, I'm going to do the demo of these bronzers. If you are interested in that, just keep on watching. So I have both the bronzers here. I have the medium shade and the tan shade. Like I said, this comes in 4 shades. I just wanted to see what the medium shade would look like and the tan on my skin tone. In the Airbrush Flawless Foundation, I'm using number 7 neutral. I'm an NC 35 normally in MAC, and I go up to 40 in the summer. I'll leave a list of my other foundations down below so you can kind of get a gauge on my shade. Also, I am sitting in front of a large window, so I do look slightly paler than normal. Just bear all that in mind. So this one is medium and this one is tan. You can see there is a significant difference between the shades. They literally leap from a light shade to a dark shade. So I know I have said that these are quite expensive, but look at the size of the pans. Like, they're huge. There's 16 grams of product in this, so a lot. I mean, it's going to take you a long time to get through these. This side of my face, I'm going to do the medium shade, and then we'll do the tan on the other side. So we'll work with medium first, which kind of looks like it's going to match me the best, I reckon. So I am taking my bronzer brush that I use with all of my bronzers, and this is just my favorite brush. It's a Bare Minerals one, and it's the Seamless Shaping and Finish brush, and I'm just going to take a dab of this. I don't know what sort of intensity it is. It's supposed to be similar in formula to the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, which I absolutely love, so I'm hoping that this blends out just as well on the skin. So I'm just going to take a nice amount of bronzer, and we're just going to bronze the top of my forehead first. So this does apply very effortlessly, but as you can see, it is quite fair on my skin. Like, it's very hard to even make that out. So I'm going to try and build this product up. And we have 16 grams of product to work with here, guys, so I don't think that I'm going to be using it up anytime soon. Just trying to avoid putting it into my hair. It is a very finely milled powder, and like I said, it's very easy to blend on the skin, just like the pressed powder. I am noticing having to pick up just a little bit more bronzer than I normally would, just to kind of build it up. And you can see just the intensity of that there. So I think I'm kind of happy with that. I have built it up a lot, but I am happy with it. So I'm just going to apply a little bit on my jawline. I'm just happy with how easily it blended into the skin, and it does look really nice. It's quite natural. I'm going to try the tan shade on the other side, which I'm kind of nervous about this because it does look really, really, really dark, but I'm just going to take a little bit. So where the other side I was building it up, this side I think I'm just going to go with a small amount and hope for the best. So for me personally, especially at this time of the year, I like the tan shade better already. It just gives me that nice kick of bronze that I want from my skin. I want my skin, like I said, to look sun-kissed. I definitely think the tan one is much better for me for the summer months. The medium shade would be a million times better for me in the winter months when my skin is just a little bit paler, but right now I'm quite tanned. It's been a heat wave here in Ireland. I've seen a lot of sun. So at the moment I'm using all my summer foundation shades. I'm just going to apply a bit of this to the jaw. And I'm just going to blend it over the cheeks again. The tan side, 1,000,000%, I prefer this bronzer on this side of my face. I just like the look of it. It's a little bit more of what I go for in a bronzer. And I definitely think that the medium shade is perfect for, like I said, building up if you don't want like a really intense bronzer, but I like to kind of look bronzed in the summer months, so the tan shade is right up my alley. I'm just going to compare a couple of these bronzers to bronzers in my collection. So this again is medium. This is the shade that I use from Too Faced. This is the chocolate bronzer. You can kind of see that that is a little bit more of a cool tone. And then this is the tan. So you can just see the spectrum of it. And I wear this quite a lot. That would be like my go-to bronzer. I know this is a cream bronzer, but just for shade comparison, this is the Fenty Macchiato. And I'm just going to compare this to the tan shade. You can see that this is quite cool as well, again, in comparison to the tan shade. And then comparing it to the medium shade there, again, this is a lot warmer of a bronzer. More along the same line of depth, a different undertone. So these bronzers retail for €50, and that kind of equates to about €3 per gram. Like, they're huge and you'll just never ever ever go through it. Whereas the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer is €36 and there is 10 grams of product in it, which is significantly more expensive if you look at it per gram. Fenty Cream Bronzer is €32 for 6 grams of products, which works out at €5 per gram. So you are getting a lot more bang for your buck. I know they are quite expensive. You can get refills for these as well, which I think works out a little bit more affordable. And I will say that you saw how little of the tan bronzer I needed to use on my skin. Like, I literally dipped my brush in. Obviously with the medium shade I was using a little bit more, but for me in the winter this is going to be like perfect, and I won't need to use as much product because my skin will obviously be a little bit paler. So that's kind of my whole 2 cents on those bronzers. I did check out the packaging and just saw what ingredients are in it, and the first one is talc. If you don't like using talc, just a fair warning on that. And also it would be great to see some of these bronzers in more cool undertones and maybe like a little bit more of a selection of bronzers. I would be probably in between the tan and the medium normally. I really recommend them. I think they are great. Highly suggest you try them out if you haven't already. Thank you so much guys for watching today's video. If you want to see any more reviews on any products, just let me know and I will film them for you, and I will talk to all you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye!